Maybe there's no surprise, but Wall Street remains fixated on when this Reddit investor revolution will fade into the dustbin in history. Particularly, it has its sights set on what they believe will be the ultimate demise of AMC and GameStop. Today, for instance, the Wall Street Journal has an article titled "The Meme Stock Fantasy is Becoming a Reality for GameStop and AMC." Now, it grudgingly admits that the ability to raise money and perhaps improve or even change your business model could help these companies endure longer. But the piece does wrap up with this sentence: all they need is for the audience to believe until the curtain falls. Well, I want to bring in one of those believers, Trey Trade's YouTube host, Trey Collins. Trey, you know, there are countless companies in history, throughout history. Nokia started off with one paper mill, then it sold boots to the Russian army, then it was a cell phone maker. Vornado sold appliances, now it's a real estate giant. I can go through the list. Google reinvented itself. Apple reinvented itself. Not Nvidia, but Netflix reinvented itself. We can go down a list of companies that were in trouble, they survived, and then they thrived. It always comes down to the management. So I want to know, because you've spoken with them, how confident are you in management at AMC? They've got some cash that they can do something magnificent with it.
Hey, Charles. Well, first off, thanks again for having me on. Always a pleasure to speak with you, my man. I have a lot of faith in Adam Aron and the management of AMC for one main reason. They pay very close attention to the core audience of who's invested in their company. For example, the UFC McGregor fight that's going to be airing in AMC theaters came directly from the apes. It came from the people out on Twitter, out on the Reddit boards, out in Discords, on YouTube comments. And he read through that stuff and said, hey, look, is this something that people think will provide value? Let's give it a shot. And I think there's a lot of opportunities like that. And that's just one example that could really change in the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. I think they've got a slam dunk sort of opportunity to rebrand for sure.
You know, and it's so funny you brought that up. I'm glad you did, because when Aaron said, okay, we're going to push off raising money for now, in part because this is what this vast shareholder base is asking me to do, Wall Street went apoplectic. They said this was a dumb move. But when someone like a Warren Buffett takes a big stake in a company, the management listens to him. So why shouldn't management listen to a big chunk of shareholders?
Well, they absolutely should. They absolutely should. The fact is this: 80% of the stock is owned by retail investors. So if the big guys out on the street think it's stupid, let them think it's stupid. It's not their money. It's the apes' money. They can think whatever they want because the apes are up over 2,000% in 2021. The fact of the matter is, the apes helped save AMC as a company by, buying a stock that they love. They love the history and the tradition of the movie theaters. And I think Adam Aron and the management recognize that and have faith in the apes the same we have faith in them.
Hey, real quick, Trey, on the business side of the story, that's the business side of the story. Let's talk about the regulatory side. AMC continues to be on this threshold list. Maybe you can explain what the heck is going on there. Hedge funds appear to be reloading their shorts. Any faith that the cavalry will come in? And I'm talking about the SEC with some reforms that can level this playing field.
You know, this threshold list is very fascinating because we've been talking about failure to delivers, which are essentially an IOU. It's something that shouldn't exist in the stock market. It just gets failed to be delivered repeatedly. And this threshold list essentially saying, look, we recognize that you've been doing this for a prolonged period of time. And you need to crack down on it, deliver the stock, right? Deliver on the options that ended up getting exercised. So it can cause a nice sporadic burst in terms of the stock price, but I like to pay attention solely to the controllables, the things that I know for a fact are factual, right? And that's what the short interest is going up. It's 19.5% as of this morning. The stock has found this beautiful sort of consolidation back and forth, bounced off $38. The SEC, obviously, we'd love to see them step in and do something about this. But I think the apes have it under control, whether or not they end up stepping in or not. I have a lot of faith in the little guy.
Yeah, so do I. I want to see this win. And I will say that the smart money this week got a lot of egg on their face. They kind of said, hey, buy DD, load up on it, no problems, and people are only down 25 to 38%. So then maybe they should leave you guys alone and let you do your thing. I also want to say you're looking good, my man. I know you were under the weather. Glad to see you back. We'll talk again real soon, Trey.
I appreciate it, Charles. Much love.
All right. Hey, two asset classes that have